A Star Trek novel I missed the first time around. I picked it up curious to read yet another book by one of my all-time favorite Trek authors. The first original novel in the Kelvin timeline, we see the ship sometime after the first film in a brand new adventure. Based on the trilogy by J.J. Abrams, we see the Star Trek universe as it is depicted in those movies after the destruction of Vulcan at the hands of Nero, a Romulan from the future who destroyed it in a brutal act of revenge. The story features the versions of the crew seen in the 2009 film and its sequels in their first literary adventure. Portraying younger versions of the TOS crew, we see them facing their latest challenge. Escorting Ambassador Sarek and his party to the dilithium-rich planet of Akiron, they are sent to aid the planet in a crisis from hostile beings seemingly coming from nowhere. The origins of this book date back to 2010, when it was originally slated to be released before being shelved for almost a decade. When it was at last released, the author updated the manuscript to reflect changes that had occurred in the film's sequels, and what it came up with was, I think, a highly enjoyable story set in an alternate timeline of the films. David Mack did a fantastic job capturing the specific flavor of the film versions of these characters, making it clear which voices you should be hearing in your head. Perfectly replicating their relationships, voices, alternate histories, he crafts a uniquely TOS adventure in the other universe, adding much needed detail to the road not taken. Faced with an unusual crisis, Kirk tackles events with his signature style, and much to the chagrin of Sarek and the Admiralty, manages to find a way to pull the ship and crew out of the fire as only he himself could. The story is exciting, humorous, and at times unbelievably thought-provoking, as Kirk faces a new adventure without the benefit of much of the history Prime Kirk would have had as a fresh commander with a brand new crew. The story had suitable twists and turns and some great character chemistry. I think the only thing I felt it could have used improvement on was the ending. Now, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I felt the wrap-up after the crisis was resolved was a bit too brief. I would have liked a little more of a cool down than what we were provided, but otherwise I would definitely recommend, especially if you like this version of the characters. If you like werewolves, check out my book Blue Moon, available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, click the subscribe button and leave a comment below. See you next time.